ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सच्चिदानंद रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्री कृष्णाय वयं नुमः। हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। Mind and sense objects both are the upadhis of a jiva, and the jiva is Chaitanya Ananda Swarup Atma only. So Bhagavan said, instead of struggling to separate the mind and object, you should turn the attention to that Atma Tattva. How to do it? So the three states of experiences are pointed out: Jagrat, waking state; Swapna, dream; and Sushupti, deep sleep. These are all the states of our mind. Because of the preponderance of certain gunas, generally it is said because of sattva guna there is waking, rajoguna prabhava is a dream, and tamoguna prabhava is sleep. Now here waking, dream, objects go on changing, but the consciousness illuminating them is same. In deep sleep we do not have any experience of any objects, but that does not mean consciousness is not there. Consciousness, the illuminator of the absence of all these objects and what you call the experiences because of it that arises there. But on waking we know that I was there in deep sleep. Now what is said here, tasam vilakshanaha jiva. The jiva already said Chaitanya, that is called sakshitvena vinishchita. The jiva is a sakshi. Sakshi, one meaning is called witness. One we call it is self-shining and illuminates everything. Swayam bhati anyani vibhavayati. That is called sakshi. Now the word important here is vilakshana. This Chaitanya is distinct, vilakshana means distinct, of total different nature from what we see in waking, dream, sleep. Now let us see. We see the objects of experiences, they are jada by themselves, inert, lifeless. So this Atma is Chaitanya Swarupa. The experience of the subject and object, that experience always goes on changing. It is not the same. This Sakshi Chaitanya is different from that bhoga, and also the quality of the bhoga, because that it can be sometimes very pleasant, sometimes very unpleasant, and all that the experience will be, but the Chaitanya is distinct from that. Then the experiencer who identifies with those experiences sometimes become happy, unhappy, peaceful, restless, agitated. So this Atma Chaitanya is different from you Bhokta also, who is sometimes happy, unhappy. So from this what we come to know, that this Chaitanya Sakshi, and whenever we say Chaitanya Sakshi means we have to understand I am this. This is my true identity. Chaitanya Swarupa Sakshi Aham Asmi. And it is Sat ever is. It is Chaitanya Swarupa. Nitya Ananda Swarupa. Not that sometime happy, unhappy, not like that. This is called Vilakshana. Vilakshana. That Chaitanya, in this way it should be determined. All right. Jagrat swapna sushuptam cha gunato buddhi vrittaya tasam vilakshano jivaha sakshitvena vinishchitaha. The problem is, first of all, we don't know, ignorance is there. Even through Shravan Manana we come to know certain things. But our identification with the body and the attachment and the objects, it is so strong that we are not able to abide in our Sakshi Chaitanya Swarupa. Now, Sakshi Chaitanya, that does not mean all the time have to be aware like that, Sometimes it will become difficult for you to perform your day-to-day activities. I am Sakshi. This is the knowledge. With that knowledge, as far as all worldly things are going on, they have to go on doing. Without losing sight of this knowledge. But when we lose that, then the experience of bondage is there. That is said in the next sloka, 28. Yarhi samsriti bandhoyam atmano gunavrittidaha mayi turye stito jaihat tyagastad gunachetasam. Yarhi, because yasmat, this samsriti bandha, I am Atmana, I am Sanskriti Bandha, this bondage of samsara, transmigration. That means what? Things are changing. We identify with those changes. And certain changes we like, certain changes we don't like. That is called the bondage. Sanskriti Bandha, Atmanaha. Now this, for Atma, this bondage has come. Unnecessarily. It is not there. To Sakshi Chaitanya, where is the bondage? But this bandha has come gunavrittidaha. It is because of the activities, functions of the gunas. And we have already seen tamo guna's function is to veil the reality. The sattva, the rajoguna to project something different. Sattva guna's vivek, it is there to separate everything properly. But when tamogun, rajogun become more powerful, bichara sattva guna also comes into minority. So the majority rule only functions there. So guna vrittida. Now what happens? This identification is caused because of gunas. And because of the identification, the gunas, vritti also keep on changing. They are mutually dependent. Because of tamogun, rajogun, the bandhan comes. And because of bandhan, rajogun, tamogun, they play more and more. They have got no free for all. Sattvagun ko वैसे धक्का दिया गया. Sattvagun is pushed aside. So now they have their own play. Samsruti. Samsruti means what? Samsara. That because of which the person goes through this transmigration. Simple meaning of Sanskriti is that which is constantly changing. Something keeps on changing itself is not a problem. But when our tadatmya is there, that this is me, if the body changes, the world changes. And isn't it true that many people want change in their life? Now I want change. They look for that. But again they want change certain. They have got their specification. I want change in this way. So when there is tadatmya and when there is attachment to certain things, then our samsara bandhan begins. The bondage begins. Dukkha begins. So, because of this identification, caused by this Rajogun, Tamogun, Bandhan begins. Now what Bhagavan says, now just now you saw waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, these three states. All these three states of experience are illuminated by Sakshi Chaitanya. But in Sakshi Chaitanya, there are no three states. Itself is free from all of them. Interesting, it is in all the three states experience illumining, but in itself there are no three states. That's because this consciousness itself is free from all these states. Remember what is called state? Avastha. Avastha means what? That which comes, goes. Sakshi Chaitanya is not an avastha. It is not a coming, going and all that. It ever is. And that's why with reference to these three, it is called as fourth, Turiya. It is not fourth actually speaking. That alone is actually, one alone without a second. But when we are seeing the other, then we count 1, 2, 3. This is a waking, this is a dream, this is sleep. Then we say, Bhagavan says, I am the Turiya. That's why in Mandukya he says, Chaturtham Manyante. They only consider it as fourth. Really speaking, it is only the reality. So now Bhagavan says here, Hamsa Bhagavan is speaking to Sanakadi Rishis. I say, Mai Turiya Sthitaha. What should a seeker do? He must abide in me, the fourth. Mayostito Jayhat. Then Jayhat means what? Give up the samsar bandhan, give up the identification, give up all attachment, and give up the struggle, of separating this, that. How long you are going to do it? I am not this at all. See, remaining in my dream, and I keep on struggling to be free from that experiences of dream. Once in a while, I may feel that I am free, but the dream has not yet ended. The dream is still continuing. Only way is to really wake up from that dream, and when that whole thing is dismissed, nothing is there. Ahameva asam, ahameva asmi. I alone was there, and now alone I am. That alone I am. Here also we live only at the level of our body, the mind, sense objects and all that. And they keep on struggling. Now and then we feel, everything is okay, fine. Now it is fine. But always immediate question comes. Now it is fine. Then what? So immediately something is there. Now Bhagavan says, Sthitaha, Mai Turiya Sthitaha. How? That this Sakshi Chaitanya, which is distinct from all these three set of experiences, where experiencer, experience objects and experiences are there, this is free from all of them. Whichever is, it is not subject to coming and going, abiding there, be there. Here should be a comma. Mai Turiya Sthito Jaihat. What Jaihat? Sansruti Bandham. That Bandham Jaihat. And that itself is called Tyagaha Tadguna Chetasam. You are saying how to separate the gunas, the objects from the mind. He says, this abidance in the Chaitanya Atma itself is real renunciation of both the mind and the objects. You are now free from their hold. We are held hostage, hostage. You hear that type of news, So many people are held hostages. So we are like that only. They are only holding us. So you were asking how to separate, rise above, both. Because actually they are not two things also, they are only one. One is only appearing as this, and then you are under creating divisions and getting attached to all that. What to do? Here he sati bandhoyam atmano gunavrittidaha mayiturye sthito jaihat. One should give up. This is called tyagaha tad guna chetasam. This is Vedanta. Acha. Continue this trend of thought. One more sloka we see here. Ahankara kritam bandham atmanortha viparyayam vidvan nirvidya samsara chintam turye stitastyajed. Vidvan should do this. Tyajet. We call ourselves very smart people, isn't it? We are smart. If you are really smart and really intelligent, buddhiman, wise and all that, then do this. Give up. One should give up. The Vidwan gives up. And if we are seekers of that Vidya, we should also give up. What, sir? What shall I give up? Ahankara krutam bandham. The bandhana, the bondage, which is the product or effect or creation of ahankara only. Ahankara kruto bandha. Now this bondage for whom? Atmanaha. See, the Atma who is Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Satchidananda, Asanga. And what kind of bondage has come to that? Which is ever pure, absolutely free. For that this bandhana has come. Ahankara kruta bandha. What is ahankar? No, we can give on your translation. Ego, individual self. In this way we just translate that. Ahankar, aham karomi iti bhavaha. I do. The one who has got this mentality, thought called ahankar. It's called ego. Now let us see what is this ego. It should be understood properly. Ego is only a sense of individuality. It is a notion. It is not something which is real, it is a notional thing. So, ego is a notion, is a sense of individuality, that I am so and so, which rises from one's identification with one thing or the other. Just think. Now start from the body. I am a human being. Because there are so many bodies are there here. But this is a human body, and I identify that I am a human being. Then I am a man, I am a woman. I am tall, I am short, I am lean, I am fat, and all that. Then my color, complexion, all those things. Right? Now, why? This I, now all these kind of adjectives are getting added to it. Then the qualities of the senses. My eyes are very keen. I can see even in darkness. Oh, very good. Then mind. Then with the intellect, I am sharp. Achha. Now, everywhere, whatever we speak about, first is I am, that is very wonderful. But the moment say I am something, means somewhere my mind got hooked on to, attached to that. Then the ego has come up. Now this ego is only a sense of individuality, right? But if I think that is permanent and that is only my identity, then comes I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, I did this, but nobody gave me credit. Acha. Then sometimes, well, I am superior to everybody. Then it's called arrogance. Then I am good for nothing. And if a person is feeling so low and all that, the other person should say, no, why are you thinking like that? No. The other people are also so bent upon, I got inferiority complex. You don't have any complex. You are inferior. Oh, what? See? Right. So even inferiority complex also is the ego only. Or superiority also, then also. Nobody is equal to me. Another ego. So the ego goes on playing like Bhagavan Rama said, Dhuta Grihita Rupaha. Goes on changing his form. He renounces this and they take up another role, then drop that, another role. So then whichever upadhi we identify with, then we become that and that. And if it is like a drama, then it is one thing. But for us it has become a reality only. It is a bondage. Ahankara kritam bandha. And what it has happened become artha viparyam. Artha means wealth, artha means truth. Viparya means it has become opposite of. What the reality is, it has become opposite of that. In which way? You see, I Shuddha Chaitanya, I am Sat Swarup, Nitya Swarup. But now I am thinking that I have become Anitya. Even though Chaitanya, but I think I am the Jada Deha only. I am Ananda Swarupa, but I think that I am this miserable person only. Or now and then happy person. Yada kada anandaha aham asmi. Natu nityanandaha, but sada yada kada anandaha. अच्छा ऐसा हो गया विपर्य. And artha viparya means calamity. Because if what I am and I think I am certainly different from that, problem only will be there. If rich man thinks he is poor, there is problem. If poor man thinks he is rich, even though not rich, but then also problem. And one most important thing what you must notice, I am infinite, Ananta Swarupa. Any mistake that I will commit against this infinity, it will take me to finitude only. It will never become super infinity. It will be always minus side. This you must know. Ananda Swarupa, if I commit mistake only, I will take myself dukhi only. I am Nitya, but mistake is committed, I will become Anitya. That is the real problem. It is not I was a millionaire, then I became a billionaire and all that. In the world, millionaire become a billionaire also, the other way also it happens and all that, Man said, I was a millionaire. I was, really speaking, what to talk. I made money, then became a billionaire. Oh, then? But now again I have become millionaire. Why? Got married. This is no commentary on marriage or anything. It is just a joke. Huh? Don't get angry with me. Then I was a millionaire. Now I am zero. Why? I became sannyasi. So when he was bachelor, he was a billionaire. He became millionaire when he was a grihastha. And become bhikshu. Zero when became sannyasi. Anyway, my point is, any mistake we commit against our swarupa, it will be always the negative side. Not that now I have become super ananda or anything like that. Ahankara kritam bandhaha atmanaha artha viparya. That's why then vidwan purusha nirvidya. He says, vidwan, the one who understands this, then he becomes withdrawn, dispassionate towards all these so-called worldly achievements. And samsara chintam also. Tyajet. Then gives up all worries, anxieties, concerns. How many samsara chintanas I do not have to actually enumerate, because everybody knows about, So many chintas are there about our own body, about our finances, about our status, about our family, about our position in any organization, then what is happening in this world. And many times we can do nothing about it, but sitting, chinta to karte rehte hain. Then go on worrying and go on discussing. Now there is this, now there is that, Except chintanam of Bhagavan, we do everything else. See, so many things, they are not in our hand, isn't it? Birth is not in our hand. Death so is not in our hand. So Maranam is not in our hand, but Bhagavad Smaranam is in our hand. So we can remember the Lord. So the Vidwan Purusha detaches himself. Samsara chintam tyajet. And how? Turye sthitaha. That is the most important thing. See, ordinarily if you just go on telling people, don't worry, don't worry. I also know that. I should not worry. What big thing you are telling me, don't worry, don't worry. Something else if you can say, all right. I say, okay, don't worry, chant Hari. Bury the Hari, remember Hari. And do it in a hurry. Chinta, chinta. Vatula kim tava nasti niyanta. Bhagavan Shankaracharya asked, you go on worrying, why there is no one to take care of you? That Bhagavan, who is taking care of the whole universe, you are forgetting him. So in Vedanta said, the Turiya Atma you are, recognize that, abide in that, and drop all chinta. And when the worries and all that comes, turn the mind again. And know that I am identifying myself with something which I am not, and therefore only the chinta is happening. Otherwise, it cannot be. I have slipped from that. This we have to know. That's why we have to know what is ahankar. Ahankara kritam bandham atmanortha viparyayam vidvan nirvidya samsara chintam turya sthitaha tyajet. Turya sthitaha is the most important. Abiding in the Turiya Atma, give up samsara chinta. Just by telling chinta, don't do chinta, nothing happens, because we don't turn our attention to higher things. Chant, chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 वासुदेवाय वासुदेवाय। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।